it's not that Biden won this election. It's that Trump rightfully lost this election by just saying the most deplorable, disgusting things for 4 years that anybody could say. And yet he hasn't even officially lost yet.
Says something about the country, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Well, it also says something about Biden.
Exactly.
It's not just America, you know, like this is clearly going on all over the place. I was just in Germany, and let me tell you, man, Germany is behind the fucking times, like seriously, and all of Europe is.
Again?
And they have this again. Well, I don't think they ever were not, you know. I think that was just them like not being important enough to contend with, you know. Look,
They
you know,
had
like
2 banner periods there where they kind of caught a lot of interest. Let's be fair.
I'm finding the optimism here like quite amazing, you know, like I feel like the opposite thing is going to happen. You know, Democrats or the party and Wall Street and all the donors, they're all going to be like, ooh, we can win with these dickhead centrists, you know, like we can do this. We need to double our efforts to take down AOC and all the shitheads I love. And the Republicans, I don't even know where they go from here. Clearly there's so much polarization. Is no one worried about that? Like 69 million people voted for Trump. Like, holy shit, you know?
What's interesting for me.
That's the number that astounds me. Sorry, Lou. I just want to say like it's weird. Like we always knew there were Trump supporters, right? We knew that. We see his rallies and stuff like that. But to put a figure like 69 million assholes, like people you wouldn't want to sit beside on a bus.
But it can't be like that, right? Like they have to be our neighbors and our friends, right? I can't believe, not to be all like serious, you know, I can't believe that these guys are all like, that's a lot of people. That's like half the world, you know. Then we're just fighting. We're ready for war.
Yeah, but you know, I'm going to play the black card here now.
Let's go. Let's go. I'm so
my family background is escaped slaves from the States. And just going back every once in a while and the legacy of that American experience, this did not surprise us at all. It would not surprise me if a similar kind of outcome happened in Canada. You talk about just coming back from Europe. Man, I will not go back to that region, which, come on, guys, it's West Asia. Shut the fuck up. Postage stamp fronting like you're a continent. But I'm like, I will not go back unless someone's paying me. Like the racist shit and just Europe reminds me of Canada in the 70s. Right. I remember being in Amsterdam and making a statement saying, well, you know, with the white Dutch and watching these 2 white folk go, what? White Dutch? What? Like people of color, and I'm sure it's the same now, and were in no way, shape, or form considered Dutch by white people.
Okay, wait. My turn to play the brown
racial
card.
tension. I'm just going to segue a little bit, and this will be good for you, Ruvan. But I do think we're talking about racial tension, and now we have this situation where this election is going to be resolved any hour now. It sounds like. What is that climate going to be like? You know, we've been worried about violence. We've been worried about, you know, this sort of bifurcated tribalism in the United States. So are we anticipating racial violence as soon as they announce the winner?
When hasn't there been racial violence?
Right.
Yeah, but like in a really pronounced way, right?
I think there will be.
This has been the fear, and you have been talking about this a lot, Lou, right? Is that how many people are going to die as soon as they declare a victor?
Well, thankfully, this time around, there's a lot of white pro-black folk who will don't have the experience that black people have of knowing when the hell to get out of Dodge. I think they're going to take the bullets.
Also true.
Yeah. Black folk are going to be like, oh shit, here it comes.
Yeah. No. Hey, where are you guys going? The post that kind of struck me the most, I can't remember who the apologist was yesterday. he was complaining about people on the left going, hey, as much as you are saying Trump is garbage and he needs to go away, also keep in mind that you're also besmirching the names of the people who support him. And mine was very similar to my repost to that was pretty common in the thread beneath it, which was thank God I do love not having to say fuck you twice. So I'm fine with it. You made your
What
bed,
do you think? What do you
hitched up
think
those
about this,
posts.
Rube? What do you think about this, Rube? I know that you've been talking a lot about how divided the United States are, and you spent some time in the United States, right? You lived there for a while.
Yes, I I feel like there's definitely going to be some blowback, and I think you are smart to mention it because things are going to get worse before they get better. To play the brown card, I find it kind of rich, that Canada sees itself as so much more progressed in these kind of social ways than America, because Canada is racist as fuck, my friends. And also little things
alone.
in this room alone, in this it's also like the American military and the Canadian military, because the reason the Canadian military exists is primarily to be the American military's bitch. Have been in the Middle East pretty much my whole life, my whole parents' lives and their parents' lives. We're going back to probably about the 50s, and I find a lot of this kind of shit it's very selective what we care about, which is why I choose not to make kind of these, because moral judgments in my heart about everything. I know that sounds weird what I'm saying, but it feels like if we don't come together, then there's just war. I mean, and maybe that's good, by the way. Maybe that is good. So maybe we should be preparing for war,
I wouldn't have a problem with that if I wasn't worried about the present day arsenals